Hello, everybody. We want to welcome you to a Saturday edition of Big E Sports. I'm your host, Eric the Big E Green. Now, what happened in sports last night? Well, last night, Trae Young's clutch three gives the Hawks the win 134-132 in overtime against the LA Lakers. Boston Celtics was a winner over the Milwaukee Bucks 111-105. Sacramento Kings was a winner over the San Antonio Spurs 140-113. And finally, Minnesota Timberwolves was a winner over the Golden State Warriors 107-90. In the Conference USA Championship, Jacksonville State was all over Western Kentucky 52-12. In the Mountain West, it was Boise State over UNLV 21-7. In the American Athletic, Army picked up the win over Tulane 35-14. Now, what's going on in sports today? Well, we have the Big 12 Championship. The Cyclones of Iowa State taking on the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Arizona State is favored by 1.5. Arizona State is going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 3. In the MAC, we have the Ohio Bobcats taking on Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Redhawks are favored by 2.5. And I think the Redhawks are going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 7. In the SEC, we have the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns are favored by 2.5. And you know, Texas wants revenge on Georgia for beating them 30-15. So Longhorns are going to win the game. They're going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 7. Also, in the Sun Belt, we have the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. Louisiana is favored by 6, and I think it's going to be a close game. So Louisiana is going to win. They're not going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 3 points. We also have the Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the Oregon Ducks. The Ducks are favored by 3, and I think Oregon is going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 7. And finally, in the ACC, we have the Clemson Tigers taking on the SMU Mustangs. Mustangs are favored by 3.5, and I think SMU is going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 7. In college basketball, we have the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Marquette Golden Eagles. The Golden Eagles are favored by 6.5, and I think it's going to be a good game between these two teams. So Marquette is going to win. They're not going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 3 points. Also in college basketball, we have the Kentucky Wildcats versus the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Bulldogs are favored by 5.5, and I'm going to go with Kentucky. They're going to win by 3 points. In the NBA, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Cavs are favored by 12.5. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. The Cavs are. They're going to win the game. They're going to win by 10 points. We also have the Detroit Pistons versus the New York Knicks. Knicks are favored by 9.5, and I think the Knicks are going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 11 points. We also have the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Toronto Raptors. The Mavs are favored by 8.5, and it's going to be a good game. So they're not going to cover the spread. The Mavs are. They're going to win the game. They're going to win by 6 points. We also have the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are favored by 6.5, and I think it's going to be a good game. So Boston's going to win. They're not going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 3. And finally, we have the Phoenix Suns taking on the Miami Heat. Heat is favored by 5.5, and I think the Heat is going to cover the spread. They're going to win by 8 points. So, what's your point spread for tonight's games? Well, comment on the YouTube page. That is going to do it for me today. Please subscribe and comment on my YouTube page. God bless.